Good morning, students. So today I am going to just introduce chemistry syllabus to all of you for 10th standard. Okay. So let us first of all see what all things are to be covered in chemistry for 10th class. Okay. Now the whole of your syllabus of science of 10th class is divided in these 5 categories. Now in these 5 categories, chemistry syllabus is as unit number 1. So this much is for chemistry. Okay. Now they have given this as unit 1, and unit 1 belongs to chemistry. It is assigned a name as chemical substance, nature and behavior. So it is of 25 marks. So in annual exam you get 80 mark paper. Out of those 80 marks, 25 marks are for chemistry. Okay, 20 marks are for your internal assessment. So it comes out to be total 100. Now, what all things are included in our chemistry syllabus? Now, first of all, in our chemistry syllabus, there are 5 chapters. Those 5 chapters in combination form our chemistry of 10th standard. So, first chapter of chemistry is chemical reactions. So, this unit will be comprising of 5 chapters. So, first chapter is chemical reactions. So, what all things we are going to study in this first chapter? We will be studying chemical equation and how to balance the chemical equation. Then what are the implications of a balanced chemical equation? Means if a chemical equation is balanced, then what all information we can draw from that, where it is useful. So that thing also is to be studied. Then comes to types of chemical reactions. There are combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions, double displacement reaction, precipitation reaction, neutralization reaction, and then there will be concept of oxidation and reduction, and ultimately we will be studying about redox reactions. So for redox reactions also we will study in this. Okay, so this will complete our first chapter. So about chemical reaction we have to study thoroughly in this first chapter. Now as far as second chapter is concerned, it is related to acids, bases and salts. So we have to define acids and bases in terms of how they furnish H positive ion or how they furnish OH negative ion. Then what are their general properties? Then we will deal with examples and where they are useful. Okay, pH definition is the main definition is related with log. So that definition is not required, but what does it mean? What pH scale means and how we can determine the pH of different chemical substances, that is to be learnt in 10th standard. Okay, and where pH is applicable in our daily life, where it is of importance, that also is to be learnt here. Then we will learn about some compounds, how those compounds are formed. Just like sodium hydroxide, it is also called caustic soda, then bleaching powder, then baking soda, then washing soda and plaster of Paris. What we will study about these, how they are formed and what are their uses. Okay, so these two things are to be learnt in this chapter. Now third chapter includes metals and non-metals. Okay, so in this chapter we will be studying about properties of metals and non-metals. Then on the basis of their properties we will decide their reactivity, and on the basis of that reactivity there will be a series which is called a reactivity series. Okay, so this also we are going to study in this chapter. And then ionic compounds, we are going to study ionic compounds in metals and non-metals, their properties and how we can form ionic compound. how ions are formed, and when ions combine they form any compound, how it happens, that also we are going to study in this. Then corrosion, a little bit for corrosion, like a definition, we will be studying in first chapter, and then in detail we will be studying in third chapter. Okay, now comes to carbon compounds. So in this chapter, just like in previous chapter we will be studying ionic compound, here we will be studying covalent compounds. So how covalent bond is formed, carbon compounds, how they form covalent bond, what are the uses of those compounds, what is homologous series, and what is versatile nature of carbon. So these all things we are going to study in fourth unit. Okay, then comes to fifth and last unit. It is very important unit. In this unit we will be discussing about the periodic table formation. This is the periodic table which is nowadays accepted and is used. So why or how we are going to get this form of periodic table? Right from the early attempts we will be studying all the things, how we arrived at this table. Okay, so first of all we will be studying Dobereiner triads, then Newland's law of octaves, then Mendeleev's work for forming periodic table, and then this is modern periodic table which is nowadays accepted. Then gradation in properties. Gradation in properties means how the different properties they vary in a period or in a group. Okay, and then we will be studying about valency, atomic number, metallic and non-metallic properties of the elements. Okay, so these all things are to be studied in fifth chapter. So you all will be getting videos on all the topics related to whatever is important, and activities also will be done in those videos. So with activities also 2 or 3 questions come which are related to activities. So we will be posting you activities also which will be done in that, and then whole of the syllabus will also come to you. So good luck to all of you. Kindly pay attention to all the videos, go through all the videos. Whenever there is any problem you can ask anytime. Okay, good luck to all of you. Thank you very much.